Yo, what's up guys? Cove here today. Happy 2024, and for hopefully the last time, I will be making a tutorial on how to join custom / third-party servers on Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. And this is obviously for the game Minecraft. Okay, so first off, there's going to be about 3 steps to this tutorial. There's going to be changing your DNS settings in your console. There's going to be restarting your console and then accessing the secret server list. Now you might be really confused with what I just said, and fair enough, right? So what pretty much I'm saying is that the first 2 steps for each console are going to be different. So I'm going to be running through Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation how to do that, and I will be showing the timestamps right here and where you can skip for your specific console. Step 3, which is accessing the secret server menu. It doesn't matter what console you do that on, so step 3 will always be at the same timestamp. And then after that, if you're having issues, you can then go to the troubleshooting steps I will be showing. Anyways guys, we're going to get started with how to do the tutorial on Xbox, and then we'll get on to Nintendo Switch and PlayStation. Okay, so I'm on my Xbox right now. So first off, make sure that you have Minecraft closed, and pretty much any other game or app for that matter. If you don't, then please close it. And then go to your quick apps and stuff, your quick resume, and if there's nothing there, you're good to go. If there is, make sure you close out of all of it. Okay, awesome. So now what you need to do is you need to go up to your console settings. You can do that any way you want, just make sure you get to your settings page. Okay, once you're on settings, go to network settings. On network settings, you want to click on advanced settings. And then on advanced settings, you want to click on DNS settings. I know it's a lot of settings menus you got to click through, but you got to work with what you got. So after that, you're going to have this menu right here. You're going to have automatic and manual. Most of you guys will probably be on automatic. You want to make sure you're not on automatic. If you are, that's going to be a problem. So what you want to do is just click on manual, and you'll have these 4 boxes right here. And this is a very important step, probably the most important step out of all of it. Now what you want to do is you want to type in the numbers 172 in the first box. In the second box, you want to type in 232. In the third box, you want to type in 175. And then in the fourth box, you want to type in 59. Sorry, not 56, 59. Okay, this will be also shown on screen, so you can just copy it. And if you type in this number and the rest of the tutorial doesn't work, it's most likely because the number have changed and it will be listed in a pinned comment. However, it shouldn't change. I made sure that this should be pretty much permanent. Okay, once you do that, you just want to click on the secondary IPv4, and you'll get another set of 4 boxes, and you want to click on 8.8.8.8. Okay, once you do that, and you click the 3 lines button right there twice, which is how you proceed, you then want to click on B. It'll check your connection, and then it'll say, hey, you're all good. And then what you want to do is, congratulations, you're done with step 1 on your Xbox console. Now what you want to do is hold the white button down, and you would then want to type or go to restart console and then type in restart. The reason why you want to do this is because what I found is that sometimes the Xbox won't save your changes until you do a restart. It's not like that on like the Nintendo Switch, for example, but I always just recommend doing it because it eliminates any problems you can have down the road. Okay, so now I'm going to be moving on to how to do this on the Nintendo Switch. For step 3 and how to finish this tutorial, go to this timestamp right here. Okay, now we're going to be starting the tutorial for the Nintendo Switch. Again, if you're on the PlayStation or Xbox, go to the correct timestamps. But on the Nintendo Switch, to get started with step 1, you want to make sure that everything is closed. So Minecraft, YouTube, or any other game or app, just make sure it's closed. Make sure you're on a home screen like I am. Now what you want to do is just go down to your system settings and click A. Once you're on your system settings, go down to Internet and click on Internet Settings. Once you're on Internet Settings, it's going to search for your network. Sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it doesn't. And you want to click on the network that you are connected to. It should have that little green check mark by it. Click on that and then go down to Change Settings. And then go down to DNS Settings, and it'll probably say Automatic. You don't want to be on Automatic, so click on that and then click on Manual. Then you will get these 2 options right here. So first off, we're going to go to the primary DNS, and we need to enter some numbers. So first off, so you can see it, I'm going to shrink my webcam a little bit. But we are now going to get rid of whatever numbers are there. There could be any kind of numbers there. Just get rid of all of them. and you want to type in this specific strand of numbers, 172.232. And then you want to do 175.59. Now, make sure it's this strand of numbers or this DNS address. If it's not, then it's not going to work. The tutorial won't work. So make sure for your primary DNS, it's 172.232.175.59. Also, make sure to check the pinned comment. This DNS address shouldn't have changed, but sometimes stuff can happen and it might be different. But this should be the permanent one for at least a long time. For the secondary DNS, you want to get rid of everything in there, and you just want to type in 8.8.8.8 like that. Okay, now once that's all correct and you have both these numbers in, you want to click on save. Then it'll say that your settings have been saved, and then you want to connect to this network. Now it's going to reconnect to your internet, and for me it was instant, which is always good. And then what you want to do is go back to your home screen. You're completed with step 1, and for step 2, hold down the power button on your Nintendo Switch console and give it a sec until you get to this option menu right here. Click on power options and then click on restart. You want to restart your console because what I found is that particularly, usually in the Xboxes but also on the Nintendo Switch, the DNS settings won't actually save until you restart the console fully. So once we do this, we're pretty much eliminating any issues we could have with that change that we just made. And congratulations, you are now done with step 2. So now what you need to do is go to step 3. It's at this timestamp right here. It'll be right after the PlayStation tutorial, which we're going to do right now. And I will show you how to access the secret server menu. Okay guys, so now we're going to get into the PS4 tutorial. Now I don't actually own a PS4 or a PS5, so because of that I'm going to be using a tutorial from androidcentral.com to kind of explain this to you. I will also be linking some videos in the description below that can assist you in getting this set up. It's kind of going to be scuffed, but I think you'll get the main purpose or point or whatever. Okay, so first off, you want to go to the settings. This is for the PS4, but I think the PS5 is, I'd say, relatively similar. And you want to go to network settings. So under settings, click on network, and then you want to click on set up internet connection. Once you're here, it'll probably ask you if you want a Wi-Fi or a LAN connection. So if you're hardwired into your your router or whatever, you want to click LAN. If you're connected to Wi-Fi, click Wi-Fi. It doesn't show a screenshot here, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And then it'll say something called setup internet connection. You want to click on custom. If you click on easy, this isn't going to work. And then it'll probably say a couple things like IP addresses and DHCP settings. What you want to click on is default or automatic. You don't really want to worry about those, but then it'll ask you for something called DNS settings. You want to click on manual, and then you'll get to this little page right here. Now for your primary DNS, you want to enter the number 172.232.175.59. Okay, and then for your secondary DNS, you want to do 8.8.8.8. Now this is very important. You have to make sure you enter these exact numbers, especially that first one, 172.232.175.59. If you don't enter that, the tutorial is not going to work. And like I said, I will link videos in the pinned comment for PS4 and PS5 users. I can't show them because of copyright, but as long as you do their tutorial, but you enter these numbers, the thing will work. Okay, so also if you enter that number and you do the DNS and it doesn't work correctly, also look at the pinned comment because that DNS address might have changed. However, it's extremely unlikely. But hopefully that makes a lot of sense. Again, yeah, so after you do that, you enter that for your primary and 8.8.8 for your secondary, and only those numbers. You can click on next, and then that should pretty much be it. It'll probably tell you if there's anything else that it says. You want to just either click automatic or default, and then it'll do a network speed test. After it does that, you want to restart your console fully. That will be the second step. Once you restart your console and enter these DNS numbers, you should be good to go, and we can get on to step 3. And again, I also will link videos in the description below. I know, I apologize, I don't own a PlayStation, so it's kind of tough, but yeah. Anyways, on to step 3. Okay guys, so now this is for step 3. I'm going to be showing you how to do it on the Xbox, but again, it will apply to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, anything. I want you to go to your console's home screen and I want you to click on Minecraft. Just open Minecraft on your console. Obviously, everyone knows how to do that. So let Minecraft load up normally how it would. There's not really much difference. It's gonna be Minecraft, right? Okay, so then just let it load up. Okay, so now once you're on this section right here, click on play. On play, you want to go to the servers tab. Now you might be really confused. You might be like, well, come on, man, this isn't any different. If I click on any of these servers, it's just gonna take me to Hive or to Galaxite or whatever. Well, trust me, it won't. So click on, first off, don't click on CubeCraft. This one doesn't work for whatever, but go to like Hive, for example, and then click on join server. And what it's gonna do is instead of taking you to Hive or Galaxite or whatever, it's going to take you to this secret server menu. And guess what? There's quite a few cool options. So first off, if I click on the connect to server, guess what? I can type in any server IP that I want. I can also change the server port, and I can even add it to the server list. So I actually have one right here. It's called Akuma MC. So first off, when you're typing in IP addresses to join servers to, they need to be, you need to know a couple things about them. First off, you need to know the server IP. Now, if this is one you find off like a Bedrock server list online, it'll probably be something like play.example.com or .net, or maybe it'll be bedrock.example.com or whatever. Like, it can be really anything. If it's something that your friends may be hosting, it might be a strand of numbers. It might look more like this. It doesn't really matter. So the one I'm joining is Akuma MC, and its IP is, again, this is if you want to join Akuma MC, but this would be whatever your server IP would be. For your server port, if it doesn't give you a server port, it's most likely going to be 19132. However, if it does give you a specific server port, let's say like, you know, I don't know, let's just say any port, it can be whatever, right? Well, you can type it here, but if it doesn't give you one, it's most likely 19132. And if you want to add to the server list, you can do that real quick. And so now when I click submit, right, it's going to take me to Akuma MC, and it might tell you to download and join some texture packs. So make sure you just click on that. It usually doesn't take that long. And anyways, guys, that is pretty much the tutorial. I'm now on Akuma MC, but again, you can join any server you want. Just make sure that it is Bedrock compatible or capable. So there is some Java servers out there that do support Bedrock crossplay, and you can join those servers, but you cannot join a server, for example, like Hypixel, because it is Java only and you're obviously on Bedrock. You're not going to get past that, and even if you did, you'd probably get banned by their anti-cheat. So just make sure you don't do that. I will leave some popular server lists below that you can join, but you can also join your friends. Just make sure that your friend has their Minecraft server port forwarded if they are self-hosting, or that they give you a correct IP when joining. But again, that's really up to you what server you want to join. Also, I will go back to the list real quick. I have some of the most popular servers right now. So if I join the server list back up again, there is also a couple of other things. So first off, this is the one I just added. But here is a couple of other servers I've added. So I have Nether Games, Bender's MC, Complex Gaming, and the Donate SMP already ready to go. So Nether Games is usually the one I try. If I click on Nether Games, it will take me straight to Nether Games, which that's always a server I've always used in the past for testing. I just download the resource pack real quick. It's pretty much instant. And yeah, and again, this step, it doesn't matter. It'll work on Switch, Xbox, PlayStation. It really doesn't matter. And as you can see, we're now on Nether Games. But you can also join Bender's MC, Donut SMP, anything you want. So anyways, guys, that really concludes the tutorial. I hope this helps you out. I will have some troubleshooting steps coming up really soon, as well as how this kind of works in the background for anyone that's interested. But if it works for you right now, I totally understand you just wanted to click off the video and go play some servers. So anyways, guys, see ya. Alright, what's up, guys? So if you're watching this part of the video, it's either because you have some really interesting questions that I can answer for you, or probably what's more likely is that it didn't work for you. So let's cover that first, because I think that's more important to talk about. So first off, the main reason why it might not work for you is that you forgot to restart the console, or step 2. If you don't restart your console, that means your PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo Switch, after entering the DNS, there is a small but also kind of high chance that the DNS will not save correctly, and then it will not load right in Minecraft. So what you need to do is you need to go back to your DNS settings, verify that the numbers are in there, and then you need to restart the console. So just hold down the power button on your console and then let it boot up again, and then try to launch Minecraft. The other thing that could be is that the DNS is either mistyped. So if there's a mistyped DNS, so it's not, let's say there's an extra space or something, or an extra 0 on the 0.59 at the end of that DNS number, then that could be a main issue. So again, here's the DNS number again for the primary and the secondary. Verify that these are typed exactly correctly. If that still doesn't work, then what might be happening is that the DNS numbers have changed. If that's the case, I will drop them in the pinned comment below. If those have changed, then it's obviously not going to work. So if you enter those new ones in the pinned comment, then it will work. But that's very unlikely. That shouldn't really happen. And that's pretty much it. So also the other thing it could be is that you are using IPv6. And if you're using IPv6 instead of IPv4, then none of this is going to work for you, because your DNS works completely differently, different numbers and stuff. So if that's the case, I recommend watching my video right here, and it uses an app on your phone. Some people say it doesn't work, but from what I've tested, it still seems to work just fine. So if you're having IPv6 issues, and usually your console will tell you that you're using IPv6, then you might need to change that. Okay, so now we're on to the frequently asked questions. And a lot of people will probably say, man, you're leaking your IP. Are you a dumb idiot? And the answer is, I'm actually not a dumb idiot, and no, I'm not leaking my IP. The reason why I'm not doing that is because I'm hosting this whole thing in Linode. Now, granted, I'm not sponsored by Linode. I just like them because they're cheap and they did what I want for the right price, right? Pretty much so. It's their IP in the cloud, and it has DDoS protection. And I don't live near wherever it's hosted, so good luck. You're not attacking me. The other thing is, if you don't trust my DNS server, first off, there's nothing sketchy going on. But if there is, if you obviously still have suspicions, then what you need to do is you can also go to the GitHub of the person that made this, and his name is Pugmatt. It's called Bedrock Connect on GitHub, and you can then host your own server. So maybe if you guys want me to, I can show how to host your own server. You don't have to even do a DNS. You can just do it locally in your network. It does require a computer, but it can be easier in the long run. But that's pretty much the frequently asked questions in the common troubleshooting steps. And anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. See ya.